Although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Y'all, this is me telling y'all the things, but this is me telling myself the things too, because while I want to help y'all level up in 2024, I'm not saying this as though I'm sitting in the space I want to be right now. I'm saying this so we can be accountable together. I'm not making this video because it happened. I'm making this video as a accountability process, and I feel like that's as important as making the video when I finally reach my goal. Just saying. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. This is our year. No more doing it halfway. No more saying we're gonna do it and then not doing it. This is our year. You are that girl. Hello. Welcome back to my channel where we do all the things. I talk about beauty, I talk about fashion, talk about lifestyle, and I vlog because I'm really just trying to be the girl that does it all. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be the girl that does it all, so I'm gonna try and do it all, and that's just that. Keyword is try. So if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bells because y'all don't want to miss any more uploads. I'm just saying. Today we're gonna be talking about all about how we're gonna level up in 2024 because it's not about the glow up. It's not about physical. It's not about the vision boards. It's not about saying the things I'm going to do. It's about being intentional and managing our time so effectively we actually become that girl. And becoming that girl doesn't mean that, oh my God, I finally look exactly like that picture I put on my vision board in 2018. No. Becoming that girl means that, oh my God, I'm finally growing into this person because we're humans. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep evolving. But as long as you can see that girl when you look in the mirror or start seeing her when you look in the mirror, you're doing something right. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if y'all would love to see more videos like this. And without further ado, let's get right into this video because we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. Let's focus on the mind. Well, let's start by doing intake. And these are just some things you should think about. So take some time to get to know yourself. If it means, y'all know on Apple now we have like a note section where you can even put it for your contact. Write down little things about yourself you notice. Maybe you're into astrology. Write down your star sign, your moon sign, your sun sign. Write down, where the what your date, your time of birth was. Maybe you discovered you like to paint, but you're more of a realist. Write that down. I'm into realistic painting. Learn yourself how you would want to learn another person or how you would want another person to learn you. That's really important. This doesn't need to take you the whole 2024. This doesn't need to take you a whole year. This is something you do over time. But this is something that needs to be done in order to embody the person you want to be. So you start by doing the intake, learning about yourself. Find out where you are right now. And I have a whole chart in my 12-week year planner, which I will link the video. And I have a little section in the planner which you can take to just take intake of where you are in life right now. But what I feel like is most important during the intake process is to decide who you want to be. You need to decide what's most important to you. So you need to find the things that are most important to you and make those a priority. Academics is a really high priority for me right now because I'm in college and I need to earn a degree in order to accomplish or do a lot of things I want to do. Academics is really important. My health is really important to me right now because I'm on a health journey. Keyword is journey. I am on a health journey. So that is really important to me right now. And my career is really important to me, which goes hand in hand with finances in my opinion. So those are really important to me right now, which is why I'm working so diligently on content creating. So once you've decided what is important to you, find out what you're driving for. Next is to learn the art of silence. Now, I've taken so many notes on this because this is something I need to work on, y'all. I cannot shut up to save my life. I talk too much about, not even just about myself, but about my personal things, and it bugs me so much because I always tend to regret telling people the things I tell them. Or I wish I didn't say that, like, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that, like, and I don't want to be that person anymore. So another way I'm leveling up in 2024 is learning the art of silence. And I've been really into this YouTuber called Lucy Benson. And I've watched basically every video in her series about the art of silence. And I will link the whole series in the description box down below. But Yeah, like her whole series on the art of silence is exactly what you need to learn. She tells you not only what you should and shouldn't talk about, but she breaks it down in detail. And that was one thing I really learned from Lucy. Like, learn the art of learning what to keep to yourself and what to share with others. There's a way to be open without exposing yourself and exposing others. And that's very important. You are the prize. Remember that you are the prize. You decide your worth. People outside do not decide your worth. And this is a note to y'all, but this is a note to myself too. You decide what you're worth. It's not your mom. It's not this random man on the internet that decided to come and play in your face. It's not the Instagram models because because their pictures made you feel, you know, like your body wasn't worth it, or you weren't worth posting, or you're not pretty. They don't decide what you're worth. You, as a human being, as an individual, as who you are, decide what you are worth to not just yourself, but to others. Okay, I feel like this one is so important. We've learned how to write out goals and print pictures and put them on a board. We haven't learned intentionality. Let's learn intentionality. It's one thing to write your goals down. It's another thing to be intentional about achieving them, which is why I'm doing the 12-week year, which is why I created the 12-week year planner, which is why it's helpful, because using that planner is helping me to be intentional, because I'm now using the intent of, this is the goal I want to accomplish, and this is the intent I'm putting behind it. This is the energy I'm putting behind it. I'm going to wake up every morning and check my planner. I'm going to wake up every morning and check off my to-do list. I'm going to do it, and it's going to become habit for me. And I'm just going to make that a habit. Intent. We have to learn intentionality, or our goals really won't go anywhere, because we can write down all the goals and we can say all the things and we can print out all the pretty pictures and post them. It doesn't mean don't make a vision board, because I'm making one. But you can do all those things, but if you don't put the intent behind it, if you don't put the effort, if you don't put the energy behind what you say you want to do, it's not going to get done. Another thing is that you can't become that girl without understanding that that girl makes mistakes. She's going to fall down. She's going to bruise her knees up. Shoot, she might bruise her face and her elbows too. She's going to get hurt. She's going to fall. But you know what that girl does? She doesn't stay down. She stands back up. And not only does she stand back up, she takes the next step on the staircase. She's going to slip down them stairs. Trust and believe that. She's going to slip down them stairs. But she's going to fall down them stairs, look at that staircase one time, stand up, and start climbing again. Because that girl doesn't stop till she gets to where she wants to be. You have to understand that a mistake is inevitable, but you will never grow without making mistakes. Mistakes are simply proof that you're trying. If you never mess up, how will you know how to try? If you never make a mistake, how will you know how to try? If I never failed and did what I did last year in 2022 and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, my ex roommate embarrassed me, y'all. Like, I could do a whole story time on it because she embarrassed me. I've never felt embarrassed like that before. And if I never felt and got embarrassed like that, and if I never got embarrassed the way I did at the beginning of this year, how would I have known how to elevate myself to not let words like that affect me? How would I have known how to elevate myself to work for that high grade? How would I have been able to put that energy into it if I didn't make the initial mistake I made? Because I tried and I failed and I learned from that failure. And once I learned from that failure, baby, it was only up from there. Another thing is start journaling. I feel like it's important. It doesn't mean you have to write a journal entry everything. It doesn't mean go buy a journal. You could literally be like, I'm a poet in the sense of like, I like to write poems. I've always felt like the best way for me to express my feelings is through poetry or spoken word. When I'm feeling very strong emotions and I don't want to lash out at others and I don't know how to let it out in a positive way, I write it down. And I put it in form of art, and what my art looks like, which is spoken word or poetry. And I keep those in the notes. Starting a journal means find what works for you. At some point, stickers were working for me. Literally sitting down with a sticker book and a blank page and just sticking stickers on a page randomly and making the page look aesthetically pleasing with a bunch of stickers was my therapy. Drawing random doodles in there and just a bullet journal, essentially. I believe that's what they call it, a bullet journal. That was my therapy. That was my journal. That worked for me. Find what works for you and use that to express your emotions, because we have negative emotions. We're only human. But how do we express them? How do we express them without hurting others? That's the most important part. To make this video, I watched a lot of bigger creators and their videos in terms of leveling up in 2024 and how they manifested their dream life and all that. But one thing I really never heard is them talking about a path of faith or spirituality. This is so important because when we talk about faith and spirituality, a lot of people confuse it with religion. I am not saying you have to go find a religion today. It's not about finding religion. It's about finding a path of faith and spirituality. This simply means find a higher power and use that higher power as your source of comfort, as your check-in, as your confidant, as your encouragement. Use that higher power as God. Essentially, use that higher power as the person in your life that matters to you more than you sometimes. When you feel like all hope is lost and you feel like you don't matter anymore, go find comfort in that higher power, whatever that looks like for you. What I am saying is, find a higher power and use that as your guiding light. Because when we have those higher powers, and for me, that's God, that's Allah. When we find that higher power to look up to praise, to talk to, as a source of encouragement, as a source of light in the darkest times in our lives, you tend to not need those people around you anymore. You tend to find that there are people in your life that you've used as a crutch almost. You tend to find that there are certain things in your life that you use as a crutch to not move from the spot you're in. You tend to find that there's things you just could do that you haven't done. The last thing for the mind is, it's okay not to be okay. Now let's talk about physically, how we're going to level up physically. Essentially, the first thing we're going to do is develop a consistent maintenance routine. Maintenance routine meaning hair, face, skin, do you like to wax? Do you like to get facials? Do you like to get a yoni steam? Like, whatever that is, find that consistency. Now, I love this creator, Jazz Turner, and I feel like I'm not talking about I feel like she's popping, okay? And I love Jazz. She just has a video talking about how she's glowing up and how you can glow up and reinvent yourself in 2024. And I just love her for that and posting that, because her lifestyle is the kind of lifestyle that we love to see. And one thing that really stuck out to me in the video was that she said, find one or two things when it comes to your overall appearance, like physically, that you have to feel like that has to be done in order for you to feel presentable. But my hair has to be done. If my hair is not done, I feel fugly. I feel ridiculous. I feel like I look a mess. If my hair is not done, I look a mess. And that is very important to me. Aside from my hair, when it comes to physicality, I would say probably like my face, like skincare. I need to do my consistent skincare. Like, I need my Sunday night facials. I need my, wash my face in the morning, wash my face at night. I need to be consistent in my skincare. If my skin is breaking out and bumpy and all over the place, that's another thing that just makes me feel I don't really want to be outside. So those are two things I just can't live without: my hair and my skin. If my hair is a mess and my skin is a mess, y'all are not seeing me. A video will not be uploaded. Like, nothing will get done because I feel icky. And in 2024, if I'm going to level up, then I need to make sure that I'm consistent with my hair and my skin. Everything else will fall into place. Everything else will be done on a schedule, but the two things that, no matter how broke I am, needs to be done is my hair and my skin. And another thing is, make sure you're showing up for yourself every morning with a consistent morning routine. And for me, that looks like I brush my teeth every morning. If you're not brushing your teeth in the morning, you're nasty. Okay? You should not have a full face of makeup with a white tongue. Go scrape your tongue. But I need to brush my teeth every morning. I need to wash my face every morning. I need to take a shower in the morning. Develop a consistent morning routine. If you feel like you can't do a 5-step skincare routine, find what works for you. But when you wake up, in order to set your intentions for the day, you need to first take care of yourself. Before you can take care of the next person, you have to take care of yourself. You're going to feel very frazzled if you're not taking care of you first. The second thing we're going to do to level up physically is find a physical activity you enjoy. For me, that's always been dance. Make it a part of your weekly routine. So essentially find an activity you enjoy. So if it's Pilates and you can't afford to go to Pilates class every week, you can do at-home Pilates with like no equipment. There are ways to do at-home Pilates. So like find you a paper plate and do Pilates the week you can't pay for the class. If it's yoga, you can do yoga at home if you can't pay for a yoga class. Like, there are ways. YouTube is free. So, like, there are ways. So, I believe in y'all. It's not about losing weight. It's simply about being active. Find one activity you just enjoy to do, whether it's running. For me, that's dancing and lifting weights. It's been too long since I did a deadlift. It's been too long since I did a squat with the bar. And it's been too long since I danced for real. So, I'm getting back into all those things next year, and I'm just doing the damn thing. Another thing is, I feel like it's very important to drink water. Water helps with skin. Water helps with down there. Water helps with your body. Water just helps with your overall youth and wellness. So I always tend to drink half a gallon to a gallon a day. This cup is about a quarter of a gallon. So I drink about 2 to 3 of these. So I'm already almost at a gallon every day, if not 4, and I'll be at a gallon. So try and drink at least a half a gallon to a gallon a day. Y'all go get your yearly physicals. Be regular with your doctors. If your dentist says he wants to see you every 6 months, go every 6 months. And I understand that like a lot of doctors are, for one, I understand nowadays a lot of the doctors are saying a lot of things that they seem a little out of touch with reality. I get it. I understand. Trust me, y'all. I know firsthand a lot of the time. But your yearly physical is important. You need to know where you are health-wise. How are you supposed to know how to improve your health if you don't know where your health is? Another important thing when it comes to your physical glow up is finding your own style. That can really be anything. I don't believe in fitting into just one aesthetic. And I dress for me, and that's what matters. And if it means going on Pinterest and be like, ooh, I want to try this outfit today. Like, literally, it does not mean go shopping. Y'all, from a recovering shopaholic. You do not need to go buy a new wardrobe to find your own style. You could literally start with the clothes in your closet. I go on Pinterest and be like, outfits for cargo pants. And Pinterest will give you ideas, and you can go through your closet and see what you got. You don't need to go buy new clothes. I feel like this is also really important, but find a signature scent. Not necessarily like, oh, this is my go-to perfume. Just like a scent. For me, it's vanilla. I love vanilla. When it comes to signature scents, it's not just about perfume. What are the types of body washes you're using? Take yourself out on I feel like it's so important to date yourself. Y'all, yes, we all want to find love. Yes, we all want to be in a relationship. And I'm not saying stop dating. What I can say is that it's important to date yourself as much as you feel as it's important to date somebody. If you feel like somebody should be taking you on 2 to 3, 4 dates a month, then you need to take yourself on 2 to 3, 4 dates a month. The standard and the expectations you have of how somebody else should treat you is how you should treat yourself. And a solo date can really look like anything. That could be finding a new hobby. Then another thing is setting consistent schedules. This is how you're going to help you more than anything. This is not even about your physical or your mind anymore. This is about you. You can't just do laundry when the basket is full. You can't just clean when the room's dirty. For me, it's Sundays. Every Sunday, I laundry, I clean, I skincare, I do the whole 9. Sundays are my reset days. That's what I do every Sunday without fail. Literally, the only way I'm not doing it on Sunday, I'm out the country or I go home at 12 a.m. And then I feel like another thing is that we tend to talk about listening to podcasts, but inspiration can come from a lot of different ways. You could watch inspirational YouTube videos. You could read inspirational books. You could listen to inspirational podcasts. But start finding inspiration and outside of just watching baddies. And y'all, I don't even blame you. Baddies is entertaining as hell, but it's not just about that. Like, let's do more for ourselves than just watching TV. I don't want to just be reading romance books. I want to learn more about the world. I want to become more educated. How can I educate others if I'm not even educating myself? Yo, declutter and organize. That's so important. It's literally a part of the schedules. If every Sunday is my reset, every last Sunday of the month is when I completely declutter and organize. I get rid of anything that's unnecessary and I reorganize things and put them where I feel like they just need to be. Like, I make my spaces functional. And that's actually brings me to my next point. No matter how temporary or permanent your living situation is, make it feel like home, because you come back to this space every day. You come back to this space and you have to sleep in it, you have to live in it, you have to breathe in it, and this is where you have to be. So if it doesn't feel like home, what's the point? As soon as you watch this video, or as soon as you get this idea, or if you get this idea before you watch this video, the first thing you want to do is write a letter to your future self. You want the first paragraph at least to be about where you are right now. You know, why you're writing this letter, what that feels like. Then the next paragraph, you want to be as descriptive as possible as to what you should have accomplished by the end of 2024. And be detailed. Literally write, I'm so proud of the fact that we gained 100,000 subscribers. Like, whatever that looks like, be as detailed as possible and write that in your letter. And seal the letter in an envelope. And put the letter in a place you know you're going to remember it. And do not open that letter again until the end of the year. When you look back at the end of the year, you don't want to read that letter and be like, damn, I didn't do this. Because I just gave y'all the tools. I'm giving me, literally the tools I'm giving y'all are the same tools I'm giving me. So we're in this together, y'all. You're not alone. We're in this together. But what I will say is this. You don't want to read that letter and be like, damn, but I didn't do that. You want to read that letter and damn, maybe I didn't do that, but I've put in so much work, there's no way I'm not going to get there. If you do not have that mindset by the end of 2024, we've done something wrong, y'all. Writing your goals for 2024 is going to look a little something like this. You're going to be as broad as you can. So I'll give y'all some examples because I have already started. So for example, I said I want to travel more and I want to become a wig girly and I want to gain spirituality. This is just broad. Then I went in and I became as detailed as possible. So for example, when I said I want to travel more, what does that look like for me? Well, for one, if I say it's a trip, it's a trip. So if I went to Walmart and I said I just took a trip, I took a trip. I traveled to Walmart. Another thing is I have to plan the trip. So one, I have to be smart. I want to do all these things. I want to travel to all these places, but can I do it all in 1 year? Can I afford to do it all in 1 year? Can I afford to do it all in 1 year as a college student? Probably not, but what can I do in 1 year? I can go somewhere for spring break. I can go to at least 2 places in the summer. And I can go somewhere for winter break. That's 4 trips. That's not that bad. And then I also have to be willing to go by myself. It's scary to travel alone, y'all, especially with what the world is like now. What the climate is like now. But because if I can't travel myself and I can't be by myself, I'm never going to go nowhere. So, yeah, that's what travel more looks like for me. So, literally start with being as broad as possible. Literally write whatever pops into your mind. That's what I did with my goals. And y'all, you can also do the next step and go on Pinterest and find pictures and put them on a vision board and print them out and put them on a vision board. Or you could leave it at this and look back on it at the end of the year. Y'all, that's the end of our video. And again, y'all, I feel like I've really thrown a lot at you in the last 2 videos. But all I'm going to say is this. Literally, if you walked away from this video and you felt like you had a community, I feel like I've done something right. Go ahead and, like, you know, just let me know in the comments down below if y'all are ready. Sorry. I'm a yapper. But if you stuck through this video, you're a real one. If you watched it to the end, thank y'all so much. And I love y'all so much. And I just can't wait to keep creating content for y'all. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.